So, I like Bear Gryles. I've seen a few of his survival programmes. Talk about physical strength, mental strength. Well, was it Little Rich? I can't remember the guys. He says he wrote a song, Roll Over Beethoven, right? Because trying to pave the way for different musicians, I guess. Anyway, I think it's time to say roll over, Bear Gryles, because there is something bigger and stronger than the toughest survival course, than the Ironman contest, than winning Wimbledon or the US Open or any golfing tournament or any sporting tournament. You see, the news reports all the stories around the world about COVID isolation, and we observe how people react. Look at them screaming in the streets, give us our rights, give us our rights. We are isolated, we can't stand, we can't cope. Well, you're always priding yourself in how great humanity is, how strong education is. Look at the atheists and say, science has destroyed God. You see the pride. But there isn't any pride with COVID. There's a sense of, we don't deserve to be locked up. How pathetic. You should be stripped of your humanity, because Jesus was stripped of his humanity. You see, he had to carry a cross. Now, he showed his humility, but his humanity towards people was rejected. He showed what humanity was, and people scoffed and laughed at it. Well, COVID is doing the same thing to you, boys and girls. And COVID is attacking humanity. Now, the only way to cope with this kind of mockery, you see, that's what it is. COVID is mocking humanity. You see, atheists mock God. So it's only fair that nature does the same to, well, what it created. If no God exists, then COVID has the right to destroy people. But you don't give that right, do you? It's funny. Anyway, if you want to cope with something, like if you watch the old Karate Kid, Miyagi said, focus. Now, if you want to see an example of someone focusing, look to my musical channel, where I've performed 8,000 pieces of music. Now, if you look to all these professional musicians, and even the amateurs, look how pathetic they are with neglected music. Oh, I'm not going to touch that music. It's not as good as Beethoven or Bach or Handel or Mahler or Bruckner. You know, really pitiful excuses. You boast about the value of music to human beings. You're trying to convince the government to fund so children can have music. You see, you need to learn from hermits. Now, I've watched many TV programs, I've listened to people talk and how they scoff at hermits. But you have to learn to draw inspiration, because a hermit can survive COVID lockdown. Now, getting back to Bear Gryles, you see, COVID lockdown, right? This is the ultimate test for humanity. Roll over, Bear Gryles. There's something tougher. I mean, when are people going to learn? Just as Bear Gryles taught people. You know, why do people scoff? Well, some people scoff because they don't have the authority. Some people scoff because they have the authority. Now, at this time, people around the world don't have the authority to scoff the law when it says you must stay inside. Because if you're going to say humanity is greater than the concept or idea of God, well, John Lennon said, God is a concept. Well, love is a concept. Compassion is a concept. Because atheists don't want to stay inside to rescue the vulnerable people in COVID. That's how pathetic humanity is. Humanity is pathetic. It truly is. That's why I do not trust what people say and do, because your actions go against what you declare with your tongue. You see, the tongue is like a scorpion. It will say the most hurtful things. Like, I may be attacked for saying hurtful things right now, for presenting this video to the public. But there comes a point when the meaning of words are disciplining people. You see, there's a fine line between discipline and just tormenting people with words. Because words have meaning, and the meaning what's the word I'm looking for? Compels people to understand what the words are saying. You see, when you say, I love you, the person you're saying that to you, they're compelled to think, what does that actually mean? So when I say, I love you to humanity, and I say, please listen to the rules about lockdown. I mean, can't you stay indoors for 2 months? You see, what Noah and the ark demonstrate, everything was destroyed. If everything was destroyed, did Earth recover? So, if COVID destroys the economy, will we not survive? God gave us hope. You see, the reason why people don't want to, why they don't want to stay indoors, because these are the people that are making money. As Abba said, money, money, money. You see, you're quite pathetic. Anyway, enjoy your day.